The global financial landscape has just been fractured by an announcement so monumental, it effectively rewrites the economic rulebook overnight. And if you're holding the Vietnamese Dong, what you're about to hear will validate every single moment of your patience and belief, because the impossible has now become reality. The Vietnamese Dong, or VND, has been officially revalued, and this is not a rumor. It is not speculative Forex market chatter, and it's certainly not a drill. This is a confirmed, state-sanctioned, and historic monetary policy shift emanating directly from the highest echelons of the State Bank of Vietnam, and the shockwaves from this decision are currently reverberating through every major central bank and financial institution from Wall Street to Hong Kong, fundamentally altering the balance of power in global currency markets. For years, the narrative surrounding the Dong was one of cautious analysis, often overshadowed by skepticism. But as of today, that narrative is officially and irrevocably dead, replaced by a new, powerful story of national economic strength and strategic financial positioning on the world stage. The confirmation of this new, significantly stronger exchange rate against a basket of major currencies, including the US dollar, the euro, and the special drawing rights basket at the International Monetary Fund, is not an isolated event. It is the most potent and clear-cut signal we have received to date that the long-prophesied global currency reset is not only real, but is now actively unfolding, with Vietnam boldly stepping into the role of a vanguard, a pioneer nation leading the charge, into a new era of monetary fairness and equity. The implications of this are staggering, and they extend far beyond simple currency conversion profits for holders. This revaluation is a masterstroke of economic diplomacy, a move that instantly catapults Vietnam into a position of immense influence, paying off sovereign debt in a fraction of the time, attracting unprecedented levels of high-yield foreign investment, and dramatically increasing the purchasing power and standard of living for every single citizen within its borders almost overnight. Imagine the sheer scale of this transition, a nation transforming from an emerging market into a formidable financial powerhouse between the closing of one trading day and the opening of the next. This is the power of a genuine official revaluation, and it is happening right now. The data confirming this is already beginning to populate on select official banking screens and within the closed-door transactional systems of the international banking community, specifically within the Tier 1 and Tier 2 banking networks that facilitate global sovereign-level transactions. And while it may take some hours for this new rate to filter down to every public-facing Forex platform and retail bank, the foundational shift has already occurred at the institutional level, which is the only level that truly matters for a change of this magnitude. This move by the State Bank of Vietnam is a declaration of financial independence and a testament to the country's decades of disciplined economic growth, infrastructural development, and strategic accumulation of tangible assets and foreign reserves, all of which have coalesced into this single defining moment where the world is forced to recognize the true intrinsic value of the Vietnamese Dong, a value that has been deliberately suppressed and underestimated for far too long by the old guard of the global financial system. The silence from mainstream Western financial media on this development, at least for the moment, is deafening, but also entirely predictable, as their existing paradigms cannot easily process an event of this scale that so completely upends their established models of economic dominance and currency hierarchy. But you do not need to wait for their reluctant acknowledgement. The information is out, it is real, and for the astute investors and holders who saw the potential, this is not just news, it is vindication. The gates have been opened, and the first domino has fallen, setting the stage for a chain reaction of monetary recalibrations across the globe that will redefine wealth and economic sovereignty for the 21st century. The question is no longer if the reset is happening. The confirmation from Vietnam means the reset is now undeniably here. Now let's delve into the intricate and powerful connection between this Vietnamese Dong revaluation and the long-anticipated movement of the Iraqi Dinar. Because these two events are not happening in a vacuum. They are intricately choreographed steps in a single grand strategy for global monetary reform. And understanding this link is absolutely crucial to grasping the full picture of what comes next. The official confirmation of the VND's new rate acts as a powerful precursor and a direct green light for the imminent revaluation of the Iraqi Dinar, or IQD, effectively proving the operational mechanics and political will necessary for such a historic event to occur. For years, the narratives of the Dong and the Dinar have been intertwined within the framework of the global currency reset, often discussed in the same breath by currency experts and insiders, and the reasoning behind this is deeply rooted in the shared objectives of both nations to break free from the economic constraints imposed upon them by past conflicts and sanctions, and to reclaim their rightful asset-backed value on the world stage. The successful execution of Vietnam's revaluation provides a tangible working blueprint for Iraq to follow, demonstrating that the complex logistical, political, and technical hurdles can be overcome, thereby de-risking the process for Baghdad and building immense confidence within the Central Bank of Iraq and the international community. The timing is exceptionally significant, with 2025 being widely cited as the target year for the full activation of the Tier 4B international banking platform, a new, secure, and asset-backed system for global exchanges. The VND's move now creates the necessary momentum and establishes a foundational, stable currency within that new system before the larger, more complex Iraqi dinar transition begins. Think of it as Vietnam laying the cornerstone of a new financial building, with Iraq preparing to erect the main structure. This sequential rollout is a mark of brilliant strategic planning, preventing market chaos and allowing the global financial infrastructure to absorb these changes in a managed, systematic way. Insiders from the currency exchange advisory groups and banking compliance sectors are reporting a palpable shift in tone and urgency following the Vietnamese announcement, with preparatory memos and updated procedural guidelines for handling the IQD now being fast-tracked through financial institutions that were previously in a holding pattern. The message is clear. The path has been cleared. The same international working groups, the same legal frameworks underpinning the GCR, and the same pressure for a more equitable global financial system that enabled Vietnam's success are now squarely focused on facilitating Iraq's parallel journey. For Iraqi dinar holders, this is the most potent and encouraging signal you could have possibly received. It is the proof of concept you have been waiting for. The revaluation of the Dong validates the entire theory of asset-backed currency resets and demonstrates that the political will at the highest levels of global finance exists to see this process through. The economic fundamentals of Iraq, with its vast oil reserves, untapped mineral wealth, and ongoing reconstruction efforts, have always supported a significantly higher valuation for the dinar, and the Vietnamese example now proves that strong fundamentals, when combined with strategic international alignment, can and will be translated into a new realistic exchange rate. The domino effect is real, and the first domino has been tipped. The focus now shifts from speculation to execution, from if to when, and for dinar holders, the when has just been pulled dramatically closer. The interlinked fate of the VND and IQD is the central story of this monetary reset, and with one half of that story now confirmed, the completion of the narrative is no longer a matter of conjecture, but an impending certainty. So, what happens now? In the immediate wake of this historic announcement, the entire global financial ecosystem is entering a period of unprecedented volatility and transformation. A transition phase where the old system struggles to coexist with the emerging new one, and your actions in the coming hours and days will determine your position in the new financial paradigm that is being born at this very moment. The Forex markets are reacting in real time, with the initial wave of institutional buying pressure on the Dong creating massive upward momentum that will likely trigger trading halts and circuit breakers on various public platforms as the system struggles to find a new equilibrium at this vastly higher valuation, a process that could take several days to fully stabilize. For you, the holder, the immediate priority is verification and action. You must know where to look for the official, confirmed rates on your banking and exchange apps, and you must understand the phased rollout procedure that will govern how and when you can access your new financial capacity. The liquidity will be released in tiers, starting with the sovereign and institutional levels before trickling down to the commercial and retail levels, which means your personal bank may not reflect the change immediately, but you must remain calm and patient, knowing that the underlying transaction has been irrevocably confirmed at the highest level. This is also the critical moment to connect with a qualified, reputable financial advisor or a currency exchange specialist who is versed in the protocols of the GCR and the upcoming Tier 4B exchange process, because navigating the wealth management, tax implications, and philanthropic opportunities that are about to become available to you requires expert guidance to ensure you make empowered and intelligent decisions for your future and the future of your family for generations to come. The revaluation of the Vietnamese Dong is not merely a financial transaction. It is a key that unlocks a door to a life of purpose, freedom, and profound global impact. This newfound liquidity is a tool, and like any powerful tool, its value is determined by the wisdom with which it is wielded. Imagine the projects you can fund, the communities you can uplift, the innovations you can sponsor, and the positive change you can manifest in the world when you are unshackled from financial constraints. This is the deeper purpose behind this entire global reset, to redistribute resources to the hands of those who will use them for healing, for building, and for creating a more just and sustainable world. The old system of hoarding and isolation is crumbling, making way for a new era of collaboration and conscious capitalism. You are now a part of that change. You are a witness to and a participant in one of the most significant monetary events in human history. The responsibility that comes with this is immense, but so is the opportunity. Do not retreat into fear or secrecy. Instead, step forward with courage and a clear vision for how you can be a force for good. The world is watching, and your actions now will define your legacy. The information has reached you, the confirmation is here, and the path forward is clear. The journey you began, fueled by belief and research, has reached its culmination. Now, it is time to begin the next, even more important journey, the journey of building your new reality. This is the moment we have prepared for. The information is now in your hands, and the responsibility to act is yours. Do not let this historic opportunity pass you by. Go to your banking portals, monitor the official Forex feeds, and connect with your financial networks. Verify what you have heard. Then I need you to do one more thing for this community. Share this video. Use every platform you have, Twitter, Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook. Get this confirmation to every single Dong and dinar holder you know. They deserve to have this original, confirmed information delivered directly to them. Our collective strength lies in our shared knowledge. Be the source of clarity for someone else today. Like this video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, because the next update on the Iraqi dinar could come at any moment, and you do not want to miss it. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and get ready. Your future starts now.